Alright, so these are the last little miscellaneous items in chapter 13. There's no title for this necessarily because it's 4 different things. The first of which is the accusative of exclamation. So basically this is how sometimes a Roman will exclaim something, and basically they just put it in the accusative case, and you just say "O" or put an exclamation mark behind it. So you can look at the examples: "O pulchram urbem," "O beautiful city," or "Me miserum," "Wretched me." Seems pretty straightforward, right? The ablative of price is used with verbs of buying or selling or exchanging. And it's sometimes used in conjunction with the noun pretio. So the noun pretio is either stated or implied in the ablative case. And so if you look at the example here, multos gladios parvo, you can say pretio or not, emebam. I was buying many swords for a small price. And if the noun pretio is ellipsed, it's almost always modified by an adjective like parvo or magno, right? I was selling something magno pretio for a great price. I also want to point out here that the English idiom, in English, when we buy or sell things, we buy or sell them for a price, right? So like, I bought something for $5, or I sold this for. So I just want you to keep in mind that in English, we're going to keep the translation idiomatic, and we're going to say for, even though in Latin it's ablative. I guess the convenient thing is that the ablative and the dative look the same, so it doesn't really matter. The genitive of indefinite value is sort of related. It's the use of the noun pretii in the genitive. Again, usually with an adjective like magni or parvi, and it's used with verbs of valuing, reckoning, or estimating. So it's indefinite value, meaning you're not saying that it's worth a specific price, but that it's just either it is valuable or not valuable. And I think the 3 verbs that you guys know that can mean to value, reckon, or estimate are habera, aistamara, and fakara. And this is a new use of the verb fakara in this very specific case, which means to reckon. So habera, have, hold, consider. So that's the usage there. Aistamara, to estimate or to value, and then fakara, to reckon. Reckon in the sense of like to tally something or to count something up in its value. Right, and you look at the example here. Tuam amakitiam magni pretii habeo. I consider your friendship of great value. Sorry, there's a typo there that should say amikitiam. Regardless, right? I value, or I consider your friendship of great value. And the pretii here could be implied, like it may not be there. It may be there or it may not be there. Again, sort of not a big deal. And it's a very specific use of this genitive with pretii. And the last thing is adverbial accusatives. And this is something that you've seen before. Some adverbial expressions are just put in the accusative case instead of making it like a regular adverb, right? You've seen multum and you've seen solum, right? Multum, this irregular adverb that means much or a lot, and then solum, which means only. And so to add to that, you should write these 5 other sort of adverbial accusatives down. Tantum, so much. Nihil, not at all, right? Quid, why or to what extent. Quantum, how much, and then magnam or maximum partem for a large part. If you see magnum, for a large part, and then maximum for the most part, right? And we're going to translate sentences in class that use these adverbial accusatives, so you'll get plenty of practice. And that's the end of chapter 13.